Hey guys, come on in the office. Just got back. Just got back from a visit to the coach that we're going to be driving to Wyoming. And as the title said, take two. Okay, we're back on schedule. And I wanted to take a minute and explain to you why we did the first and now we're on the second. Okay, because it really is important. It is so difficult to get everything done at the same time and to get it all come together. Before, they thought they were ready. They lost track of time because what are they doing? They've got their head down, they're pushing. They lost track of time and it just wasn't right. Now, you can do two things. You can get all mad and flustered and all this, and that's not going to help anything. You can put yourself in their situation. They have a great deal of work to do. And what we decided was some of the things that we had on there, like the awning and some other issues, decided that we would take that off their plate. They've got so many motorhomes to work on. As you see below, you're going to see some videos of what their basic shop looks like. There's a lot more of it. There's no sound to it because any good shop that's going, there's music. People are working, they're thinking, and the music they're floating on the music. And there was a lot of music going on, and I was not going to stop them to take that video. And if I'd have taken the video and had the sound, YouTube didn't like that because it was copyrighted. So when you look at those videos, we're not looking at the sound. What we're interested in is to look at the finish of the coach. Now, it's true, we were there for some mechanical issues. We had a problem with our fuel injection, the FiTech. Two of the injectors were acting up. So what we did there is I called up FiTech and had them send me out 4 new injectors. Okay. Now, all the pictures that are in this video, if you're looking at this on YouTube, I invite you to go over to Patreon, because on Patreon, in the video body, you will see these pictures, and you can blow them up. But for now, I'm just going to introduce you. These are the 4 injectors, and to install them, basically all that's needed is you pull these 2 sides off the injectors are underneath and change the injectors. So for all you guys that do have FiTech, I would invite you to call FiTech, buy 4 injectors. Okay, they're going to send them to you in a nice little bag. And just put them in your ditty bag, because the 2 things that go bad in a fuel injection system are, 1, the electric fuel pump, which you always keep, and then number 2, the injectors get clogged. And if you have these injectors and an Allen wrench, you can change them. Okay, so my suggestion here is to do that, and that's what we did. We bought 4 new injectors. 2 of them are still good. We'll pack those away. The bad ones, we'll mark them and either throw them away or do something with them. But the big thing was the paint. All right, now, a lot of people can shoot paint. All it takes is a gun and some pressure. The difference is to make it look nice. All right, when I say nice, the stripe that's on the front. Now, we're standing at the corner, as you see here. And right there, right in the corner, it looks like a straight line. You see what I'm talking about? On Patreon, pull the picture up and blow it up and you'll see. Well, stand back. The idea is this is a 3-dimensional piece. And to get that stripe to be so flat, to look flat like that, and to match everything else, was a nice job on the line job. And then the paint, if you put enough clear on it, and you can buff out, this is what you get. You can see yourself in that. Matter of fact, the guys that were actually doing that work, you can see they're just buffing fools down there, right? And to show you how, where is that? Oh, to show you how nice that finish is, you can see his reflection waving at us, right? He put on a lot of clear, okay? We're at co-op, what we would do is use, it's called high solids clear. In other words, there's a lot of material in it. It gives it that deep color, so it makes the clear coat thick. You can make a turd shine if you put enough clear coat on it. And if you use the thick clear coat, you got plenty of thickness to do what these guys are doing. Wet sanding and buffing. Won't go away. He's a buffing fool. That's what it takes. You got to cover yourself, because if he didn't cover himself, he'd be full of dust. The dust is all over the place. Dust is inside everything. So a good paint job will make a mess. And what we're going to end up doing, like this is down in the batteries. By the way, on batteries, these are really expensive glass mat batteries. And sitting around for a couple of years, they went bad. They went flat. We're going to try to bring them back. But this is a good example, is you don't want your battery. You want to keep your batteries up. You got to stay with them. It's kind of like a baby with diapers. You need to change the diapers. You need to charge it. You need to release it and charge it back up to keep that battery optimum. Because these three Optima, I got one red cap and two yellow caps. They're basically, it seems like they're no good at all. So back to the paint. Sorry, I got off on track. But it's important, if you're having a paint job done, to stay up, go over there to keep them on track. Not to pressure them or anything, but if they know you're watching, they're going to pay a little more attention. And to understand that it will look worse and worse and worse until it looks better. And you say, why is that? Anybody, again, I started this video, anybody can shoot paint, okay? But to get it even, smooth, nice color, not blotchy, to shoot it, it's a bit of a trick. To paint something the size of 2 elephants, like you would paint a 57 Chevy, is also a bit of a trick, okay? But then, to go in and to wet sand and buff it to the point that it's got a polish like this, that's the difference. And how does it get done? It's labor. Labor is the money-sucking pig of the world. It takes more labor to do this kind of stuff. You've got to get some guys that actually are willing to do that kind of stuff. Now you get a paint job and you see a little orange peel, and this is what this paint job had. It had some orange peel on it. There weren't any sags, which is a good mark, you know, where you see where it runs. There weren't any sags, but there was some orange peel, a little bit of overspray. But as a professional knows, orange peel and overspray is not a big deal, as long as the paint is even and smooth and there's a lot of clear. And that's what we have, right? So with the injectors done, with the batteries organized, and with the exterior done, between now and Thanksgiving, these guys are going to be finishing this thing up. It's going to be ready to go. They tell me on Monday that I can come over and test drive the coach. After we test drive it, Dennus is flying in from Wyoming, and we're going to start the Odyssey. And if you guys were with me before, this is a little bit repeating. That's okay, because everybody was excited for us to come. Mark Creel and company up there at Alabama RV at Bessemer. We're back on up there. And from Bessemer, it's very possible that Mark may even come with us out to Wyoming. Okay? After we get over there on the West Coast over there, well, I say West Coast, you know. To me, anything on the other side of Mississippi is the West Coast. But when we get over there, We understand that there's going to be some appointments up in Denver to do some work. And then we're going to go back down to Utah to Bonneville Garage and at your leisure's Road Force 1 project. Be putting in a Mac Dash in that, and there are 2 other GMC owners in the Utah area that we're probably going to be doing a Mac Dash too. All of that stuff was set before, and it's all back on. And it was all based on these folks getting that paint done and getting those injectors in and getting that thing running. We have endured, and I think as time goes on, either Friday, today's Tuesday, possibly Friday, or he says Monday, it's ready to go. We'll be doing a test drive, and get this party started. I'm kind of excited about it. We'll see you guys over there on the left coast, and I think we're going to have some fun. Dennis, thank you for hanging in with this. I know that it's stressful to see the coach go down, and got to bring it back up. And that, like I said, is the difference in paint shops. If they can get it back up, they can get the paint looking good and get it all back together, which they say they'll have it. I will recommend this place. And you think they're busy now, take a look at those videos below. I'm sure that they're going to be busy again, because if they can pull this off, they've done well. They've done well. All right, well, look, follow us, hit like, and share this. We're going to go and take 2. We're going to try to make it to Wyoming, and follow us on what happens. Dennis is as excited about this as I am. I like to get back out on the road, and that's what we're going to do. All right, thanks for your time, and we'll see you later.